This is the Sakar MURLI of the 12th of September 2023. Essence. Sweet children, you have to become 100% full of all virtues. Look in the mirror of your heart and see to what extent you have become pure. Question. Which festival do you children celebrate every day? And which festival do people of the world celebrate every day? Answer. Every day you celebrate the festival of establishing the deity religion, that is, of making Bharat into heaven. Every day you have to plant the sapling of changing human beings into deities. Those people plant saplings of thorns in a forest and call it a tree planting ceremony. You celebrate the festival of changing thorns into flowers every day. No one else can celebrate a festival in the same way as you. Song. See your face in the mirror of your heart. Om Shanti. Who said this? Here it is a personal meeting of the father and children. Each of you children has now received a divine eye, a third eye of knowledge, with which you can see, because all souls are impure and sinful. The Father gives Srimat to make impure ones pure. You have to understand who it is who is giving you Srimat. He is the one who speaks to you souls. Souls know whether they have performed good or bad actions through their bodies. Baba is now giving you children this understanding. It is definite that all of you were impure. You can now see to what extent you have become pure, and how many divine virtues you have imbibed. The one who inspires you to imbibe divine virtues is the Father, the ocean of all virtues. He sits here and explains to you. People sing, "We are without virtue, we have no virtues." They say of themselves that they don't have any virtues. You children now have to become 100% full of all virtues. He says, look in the mirror of your heart. Only when you become full of virtues will you be able to marry Sri Lakshmi or Sri Narayan. First of all, you have to give the Father's introduction. He is the unlimited Father, and it is to him that you sing, "You are the Mother and Father." There is great praise of that Supreme Father. People say salutations to Shiva. He is the creator of heaven. We definitely have the right to claim the inheritance from the Father. The inheritance from the unlimited Father is the sovereignty of heaven, which he gives to us. Bharat did have the sovereignty of heaven, but doesn't have it now. It definitely did receive it from the Father. Bharat becomes their land of truth. No one knows that this is the birthplace of Shiv Baba, the truth. Shivratri is remembered. What night is it? They show the night of Sri Krishna and also the night of Shiva. Sri Krishna took birth from his mother's womb. You wouldn't say that there's Janmashtami for Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba comes when it is the night of Brahma. After the night, the day comes. That is, it is the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the Golden Age. This is called an extremely dark night. It is an unlimited aspect. There are limited nights, but the end of the Iron Age is called extreme darkness. It is when the Satguru gives the ointment of knowledge. The Satguru, the Father, is called the Son of Knowledge. First of all, you have to give the introduction of the Father and the inheritance. For instance, when an emperor doesn't have a son, he would adopt the son of a poor person, and the child would know in his heart that he used to be poor, and that he has now become the son of an emperor. You too know that you became very poor and poverty-stricken by belonging to Ravan. You now belong to the unlimited Father. You are receiving the inheritance of heaven from him. You have to give this introduction very clearly, and also get them to put it in writing. We are receiving the unlimited inheritance from our unlimited Father. No one else can give this knowledge. Sannyasis go away and leave their homes and families. They have become free from being called father or uncle, etc. Here it is a matter of the household path. They renounce the household path. The Father explains to you children, you were deities on the household path. You were full of all virtues and were viceless, and you were also the masters of the world. Then, from being worthy of worship, you became worshippers, and also worshipped yourselves. When you are worthy of worship deities, you don't need to worship there. In the same way, in Bharat, there was the worthy of worship clan of deities. From being worthy of worship, you became worshippers. Now once again, you children have to become worthy of worship deities from worshippers. This is why it is remembered. You are worthy of worship and you are worshippers. The Father doesn't become worthy of worship or a worshipper. The Father is always worthy of worship. On the path of devotion, Brahmin priests place a Shiva Lingam in a temple, and they sit and worship the Father. We are his children. We would say, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. He is incorporeal, and souls are also incorporeal. When people go to Shiva, they say, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, incorporeal Shiva. The soul says this through these organs. You children now know that those who pass away after performing good actions are praised. You only say Mother and Father to that incorporeal one. With your easy Raj Yoga and the teachings of this knowledge, we will have an abundance of happiness. You are making effort for that. This is so easy. You are BKs, children of Prajapita Brahma, in a practical way. You are sitting personally in front of him. You are personally in front of both Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba. Shiv Baba doesn't have a body of his own. You know that Shiv Baba is teaching you Raj Yoga with the mouth of this one. Sri Krishna is a small child. How could he say, forget your body and bodily relationships, and consider yourself to be a soul? Sri Krishna cannot say this. Only the Father can say this. So this is a big mistake that they have made. Everyone from Lakshmi and Narayan to all the subjects receive happiness. They were the ones who took 84 births and became Tamopratan. The main ones are Lakshmi and Narayan. As are the king and queen, so the subjects. You have now become Brahmins from Shudras. This is your leap birth. This leap birth is said to be a righteous birth. You know that this is your godly birth. Day by day, Baba continues to explain new points to you. You have to study for as long as you live, till the end. Points will continue to emerge and will continue to be added. The sacrificial fire of knowledge has to continue to the end. When people create a sacrificial fire of Rudra, they create saligrams of clay and worship them. The souls are worshipped. You embodied souls have made Bharat into the crown on the head. Therefore you souls are worshipped. You do service with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and so, together with the Shiva Lingam, they also create saligrams. So first of all, the main thing is to give the Father's introduction. Shiv Baba took birth, but he doesn't take birth from the womb of a mother. He is incorporeal. For instance, when someone sheds his body, they invoke that soul to eat special food made for the departed soul. Therefore they feed that soul. It is the soul that tastes the food. It is the soul that feels happiness or sorrow, and whether something is bitter or sweet. Sanskars are in each soul. A soul experiences happiness or sorrow when he is in a body. Baba has explained to you how punishment is received. It isn't a subtle body. You are made to adopt a physical body and then punished. Punishment is experienced in the jail of a womb. That soul cries out in distress, "That's enough, let me out." There is the example of the palace of a womb. The soul didn't want to come out. That is just an example. In the Golden Age, each womb becomes a palace. There is no sin there. You now know how you became impure. The very saying is, as sinful as Ajamil. He committed a lot of sin. Pure means viceless. The main thing is vice. Therefore, sannyasis leave their homes and families in order to become pure, and this is why they are called great souls. All human beings are impure, and this is why they continue to sing, Rama, who belongs to Sita, is the purifier. King Rama is the one who belonged to the Raghav elevated clan. Shiv Baba would not be called King Rama. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is called Rama, not King Rama. I do not become a king or an emperor. You become Sri Lakshmi, the Empress, and Sri Narayan, the Emperor. I don't become that. I am incorporeal, beyond rebirth. All bodily beings continue to take rebirth. The Father says, I am incorporeal. I too have to take the support of matter. I do not enter a womb. I enter this one. This one doesn't know about his own births. The Father sits here and explains. You were deities, and you then became Shudras, and have now become Brahmins. I explain this to you. You do not know your own births. Only those who become Brahmins will come and understand. The Father says you have completed 84 births in this way. It is said the inheritance of 21 generations. The unlimited Father would give you an inheritance of unlimited happiness. You receive temporary happiness from physical fathers. In the land of immortality, you have happiness from the beginning through the middle to the end. Here there is sorrow from the beginning through the middle to the end. Shiv Baba, the Lord of Immortality, is telling you Parvatis the story of immortality. He is also the one who tells you the story of the true Narayan. This is the story of giving you a third eye of knowledge. The people of Bharat were constantly happy. They were very pure. They had purity, health and wealth. No one was ever ill. The very name was heaven. Ancient Bharat was heaven, and there were no other religions or lands there. The tree would definitely have a trunk. Who used to be the trunk? There are, in fact, images of the deities. That was the foundation, but they didn't call themselves those who belonged to the deity religion. Their kingdom is now being established. You can become a couple like Radha and Krishna of the Golden Age. Come, and we will explain to you how you can truly become princes in heaven. At this time all are impure. You can write this tactfully. They say that all religions should unite and become one, but how would that be possible? In the Golden Age there was just one religion. There was one direction and one language. There wasn't any conflict there. They were the masters of the world. There was no other religion. No one uses his intellect to find out how they became that or how the other religions came into existence. After the pure souls of other religions have come down from up above and have become completely impure, it is then that the purifier Father comes. First of all, the founders of religions come, and then they ask others to come. They have to go through the stages of Sato, Rajo and Tamo. Everyone who comes has to become Tamo by passing through the Sato and Rajo stages. However, you are now becoming pure from impure. Everyone calls out, God the Father, come and take us to heaven. Some consider liberation to be heaven. Others consider liberation in life to be heaven. You understand that heaven is liberation in life. Your sapling is being planted. Those people are now planting saplings of thorns in forests. There is a difference of day and night. They have ceremonies of that too. They have tree planting ceremonies. Every day you perform the ceremony of establishing the deity religion, that is, of making Bharat into heaven. You make effort every day to change human beings into deities. It is your everyday festival to change thorns into flowers. The master of the garden will then definitely give you such a reward too. You children heard in the song, O soul, look in the mirror of your heart. Have you become worthy of becoming a deity of heaven, that is, of marrying Lakshmi and Narayan? You don't have any defects, do you? Many storms will come. Maya doesn't leave anyone alone. She even extinguishes the big lamps. Wrong types of thoughts will attack you a great deal. You have to remain strong. There is no question of wilting in this. You mustn't break your intellect's yoga away from the Father. That Father is everyone's boatman. This is a big channel of poison. You cross it with the power of yoga. You go across the ocean of poison and go to the ocean of milk. The kingdom of Vishnu is an ocean of milk. That is, rivers of ghee flow there. Here, rivers of kerosene and blood flow. You children know that by following Shiv Baba's Srimat you are going to Shivalya, where you will remain constantly happy. You used to be constantly happy, and then Maya made you unhappy. The household path has been made unrighteous. There the household path is righteous. The Father is now making you into beings who belong to the elevated divine household path. First of all, the main thing is to give the Father's introduction. By belonging to the Father, you can become the masters of heaven. This is a land of sorrow. You go to heaven via the land of liberation, and this is why you have to remember the land of Shiva and the land of Vishnu. By remembering them, your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. Remember that your 84 births are now coming to an end. Then tomorrow we will go there and rule. Continue to look at your faces in the mirrors of your hearts. Do I have any defects in me? Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bapdada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual Father. Essence Vedana 1. Go across the big channel of poison with the power of yoga. Don't wilt by having wrong thoughts. Remain strong. 2. In order to become worthy of worship, serve with the Father to make Bharat into the crown. Blessing. May you be tireless and remain double light while fulfilling your responsibilities as a trustee. Those who fulfill the responsibility of service while fulfilling their worldly responsibilities receive double benefit. When you have double the responsibility, you have double the attainment. However, while having double the responsibility, in order to remain double light, look after your responsibilities while considering yourself to be a trustee, and you will not feel tired. Those who consider their households and their families to be theirs experience those to be a burden. They are not yours, and so where is there a burden? Slogan. Stay constantly in front of the sun of knowledge, and the shadow of your fortune will remain with you. Om Shanti.